We got somebody, guys, who's lost 48 pounds. Yeah, since he tuned into our show. True story. He's consistently stacking that one habit that, let's admit, many folks struggle with, which is the consistently stacking habits. We get to 20 habits in a row and then we got to restart again. His magic is just that, his idea of just showing up daily.
People can be trainers but not have any life, not have any moments of indulgence.
I don't want to talk about that. Like, I love my life, man. That makes me feel some type of way. I'm be honest with you. I'm big on like just live the best I can, trying to squeeze every ounce of juice out of this life that we can.
I've been running fucking wide open in fucking death's face my whole fucking life, and I love every second of it.
The only thing about death that excites me is I'm scared to do something. Be like, oh, you're gonna die one day. You better stop doing it.
Sometimes you just need that one thing to like smack you across the face and be like, what you doing? Are you gonna use this or are you not gonna use this?
It creates awareness in your head. That's what it does. And that's all that it really does. Because it asks you questions like, so have you been to the doctor for your checkup lately? Not really. Oh, okay, we might want to do that.
I'm living my life now in a way where I'm not going to look back and go, fuck, I wish I did.
Yeah.
Coulda, shoulda, woulda.
Which is not about waking up earlier. It's about waking up with intention. That big word, intention, right? Making those early hours work for you and setting the foundation to crushing the rest of the day.
I embrace that different because that way when I get back into my groove, there's always a little newness. There's always a little fun. My life was surrounded with, fuck, I'm not giving it my all. Maybe I need to know when I'm going to die because then I'll start giving my all. If that motherfucker's doing that, I got to step my shit up. The right way is to get better every day.
You can't teach an old dog new tricks. We actually can teach an old dog new tricks, and it's called John Anderson on learning how to meditate. You are a man who has made a mission to help people figure out the tough stuff without the dogma.
It's 28 degrees when I woke up. I don't wake up to an alarm. I just wake up. When I wake up, my body's ready to go. If we're not learning, we're losing. If we can connect with this energy that's higher than us, that's deeper than us, that's beyond us, we can get connected into something that can pull us through the tough times. If we're not dealing with something that's resistant to us, going to struggle with us, we're not going to grow. That kind of growth is spiritual. How you start your day determines how the rest of your day is going to be. From that first 10, 15, 20 seconds.
The most important work a man does is on himself.
Yeah. You've got to plan for your purpose. If you don't know what your purpose is, then you can't develop a plan to fulfill your purpose. But if you don't know what your purpose is, there is no amount of steps or anything else that will get you there. You have to know that inside yourself. You've got to nail that down.
Preventing injuries, flexible muscles handle the strain of lifting better. You can get better range of motion. You'll be less sore. It's just going to change your life. A limber body activates more muscle fibers and more max gains. It's also going to improve your longevity. Stay mobile, strong, and independent for life.
Taking the action to leave that guaranteed income, guaranteed benefits, guaranteed job. I could have ridden that train all the way to retirement. It was easy. It was comfortable. But when I took the action, a whole new world opened up for me. Possibilities that I hadn't thought of. Options I hadn't considered. You stepped out to leave what you had, to get uncomfortable. And when you got uncomfortable, you were able to grow. Once I preached my last sermon, I left the parking lot. I had immediate peace because I knew I was leaving that which I could not do anymore. The tension was, one, I knew I'd made the right decision. So that gave me a lot of strength to keep going each day, to get up and go through what I needed to get through. It was a journey without a map, but I knew literally one step in front of the other, I would get there sooner or later. You got to keep going. And it's hard not to give up when you don't see any progress, when you don't see any action moving that you can see. But internally, again, that spiritual force, that spiritual action, that's what's beyond me.
But yet he sets timelines in place, Paige, to move humans further ahead than they believe they can.
I can't want this more than you want it. I can't change you. Only you can change yourself.
Comfort is a killer. You kill yourself staying too comfortable. And I look at any time I've leveled up in my life, it was right after I was in an uncomfortable situation.
The man who believes he can and the man who believes he cannot are both correct. Which one are you? Once the pain of reality exceeds the pain of change, you'll make a change.
Do you want today to be better than yesterday? Do you want this moment to be better than the moment 5 seconds ago? If your answer is yes to any of that, you'll do what you need to do to transform. If you're afraid of doing it, then that tells you automatically that's something that's needed. It's something that you need in your life, because we don't fear that which is wanted. We fear that which we don't want to engage in.
If you're not scared, you're not on the
Absolutely,
right
but
track, because you're not. If you're feeling that fear right now, gentlemen, it's a good fear to have.
Most people won't tell you this, but I'm going to tell you right now. One of the biggest mistakes people make is they surround themselves with people who have limiting beliefs. The man who believes he can and the man who believes he cannot are both correct. The question you got to ask yourself is, which one are you? Rock and roll. The first simple thing you got to do is put your goddamn alarm, your phone in another room, because if you think you can't get up and not hit the snooze button, guess what? If you got to get out of bed, you're not hitting the snooze button.
Feeling fat is not a feeling. That's a description of something else. If it's a dinner or a day or a weekend, you're not fat because you had a weekend, right? So
Yes.
you're feeling uncomfortable, you're feeling disappointed.
When you practice discipline in your eating habits, it gives you the confidence to know that you can have that day or that meal or whatever it is, and then get back in the saddle.
If you create a series of consistent habits every single day, and then Thanksgiving shows up and you eat a bunch, don't stress about it. Could just restart on Monday again. Because of what you just did on the weekend, don't do it. Right? Because they're doing it for the wrong reasons.
The pain of the comfort isn't going to be more than the pain of the growth.
Isn't it magical when we as a human get to the point where habits just happen?
It's a matter of being in a space where you can actually perform and compete. That's always a challenge.
Today, we are going to talk about how you need to stop fighting your process. All right, enough with the bullshit. Enough with the absolutes. The right way is your way. Your quirks, your approach, your unique fucking self.
Conversations to get you going, conversations not to hit the snooze button. Let's dig into today's topic about how I transformed my mornings. Every single choice you make will ultimately shape your life.
What do you need to do today to have a good day today? And if you keep it simple like that, at the end of the day, do you want to feel tired and you want to feel like crap, or do you, at the end of the day, you want to feel good? Repetitive daily habits don't have to be this back-breaking scenario. They can be simple and easy, work over time. Most people don't know how bad they feel until they finally feel good.
Couples who win together are also couples who lose together.
It's like a positive cancer that spreads through people or families, and it's a wonderful thing.
One of the best ways you can start your morning, and one of the surprising mental, physical benefits of starting your morning sex. True story. Hit the snooze button with the morning wood, go nail your partner, and get your day started, all within less than 9 minutes.
Scheduling might sound boring, but what's more boring, not having sex or having sex?
Morning sex. I think it helps wonderfully with intimacy and connection. There's nothing like starting the day with a very intimate, connecting moment to get on with the rest of the day. If I just go to the gym in the morning and I achieve nothing else for the rest of the day, at least I can go look in the mirror and know I've taken care of my human being. The power of consistency, tuning in, taking notes, and applying those consistent habits on a daily basis.
Just know that whatever you think that happiness is going to bring from buying that thing, it's not there. That is external. The happiness you're seeking is inside. Tomorrow we're going into how to transform your life. Today we looked at how to transform your morning. We're looking at how to transform your life.